factories aren't quick to dish out graphic sex stories. Here in Uganda, they're proud, also of their labia. Have you done it yourself?
Myself?
Elongation?
Yes.
Are you pleased you did it?
Yeah, I'm pleased I did it. Although, when I was doing it, I didn't. It was out of influence.
Not your own choice?
Yes.
Do you know what we call our labia in Holland?
No.
We call them shame lips.
Shame?
Lips.
Why?
That's just the word.
Shame? But why the word shame? But how? How can you be ashamed of your own body? I mean, you should be proud of what you have, the way you are as a woman. Not to be ashamed of your body, because, you know, you cannot change it. You will be like that forever and ever.
Carol is curious to find out what a woman looks like who didn't elongate her labia. And I'm curious about hers.
I'm going to show you.
Okay. And I'll show you.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
So they cannot see anything.
So he's going to show the other first. You.
Okay, I'll go. I feel like we're like small girls, you know? So, it's nothing special, though. But you see, it's not long.
It's not.
You is longer?
Yes.
Yes?
Let me show you. But why don't you pull them yours now? You see?
Okay. It looks nice.
Yeah, that is how a woman should be. So,
that was exciting, It's remarkable I can do something so intimate with someone I've just met. Same thing with Brenda. It was weird when you were touching me. Does it feel nice for women when they do it to each other?
Yeah, actually, when you find a woman with tender touchings, sometimes you may get stimulated. And as you continue with it, you get stimulated, But just you have to control yourself. And what we used to do, we used to sit. I could sit facing my friend.
Yeah.
And my friend could sit facing me.
Like this?
But when we are close.
So I would sit more close.
When we are this. When our hands could reach both of us. And then we do this.
Like this?
Yeah, so you reach me and I reach you. Then we both do the pulling, yes. So as I'm pulling your labias, then you're pulling my labias. So it's rare for me to hurt you, because when you hurt me, then I'll also hurt you in revenge.
But isn't it like that you can have an orgasm when you do this?
Yeah, obviously, the vaginal fluids have to come, because it depends on your how sensitive you are. And in most cases, you may find that there is one who has got too much vaginal fluids. But you have to do this when really you feel she is a friend, your friend. Whatever happens, remember, you just have to continue with the pulling of the labias. Don't insert fingers to finger fuck your friend. Just take her to be your sister. The way you cannot love your brother, so is what you take. You just take her to be your sister. And however much the vaginal fluids come because of excitement, just don't give a damn. You have to get at least a piece of cloth and then clean her and she dries up. Just that.
Apparently, it's fine to get aroused by a friend who pulls your labia. But there is a limit, because explicit homosexuality is a big taboo in Uganda.
Practicing a stop Lord. Homosexuality is very ugly. It's a very evil act before God. Unless you accept Jesus Christ today, no heaven for you. There is no heaven for you. Get saved today and fight homosexuality and win it. Unless there is power from above to come and change people. So praise you people.
Homophobic sentiments are especially fostered by the church. Particularly American preachers try to promote anti-gay hatred here.
Critics say this extreme anti-gay fervor is in part the result of a concerted campaign by American Christians.
I hope the nuclear bomb spreads across the whole world against the gay movement, against this attempt to overthrow family-based society and replace it with sexual anarchy.
In a country where more than 80% of the population is Christian, this anti-gay hatred spills over into politics.
The government of Uganda is considering passing a law to execute gay people. Execute as in by hanging a, quote, serial offender or an HIV-positive person who commits same-sex acts.
I find out there is nothing more to hide because it's what I am. I'm a lesbian. I'm gay. So if somebody wants to kill me, they'll have killed me for being what I am.
Because when the religious people from America came and they spread homophobia here, the evangelicals, it's like they were importing homophobia here. In the US, you can't spread homophobia. So now because
they have to find other places.
Yes. So they have got, this is now green pastures.
The political situation changed after also the arrival of the evangelical...
When they came, they organized a national conference, okay, for a whole week.
From America?
Yes, they came here with different pastors from different areas of the country. Pastors, okay, Pentecostal churches. And they told them they're trying to protect the traditional family. We couldn't allow homosexuality here because it's Western. It's not ours. It's the whites who bring this here. Okay?
That's the argument.
That's what they think. They forget.
So the Westerners are coming here to tell you that it's a Western influence.
Yes.
That's a kind of a double somersault.
So it's not from the West. It's from my country, from my culture.
So there were lesbians 100 years ago.
Yes. Some tribes, the lesbians they could stay together throughout their life.
Sorry?
Long ago, two women could stay together. And people took them to be demigods, respect them. Okay? If they want anything, they just go. They took them to be superior people.
This friend of mine always wanted me to play with him. And he had always told me, I want to teach you how to play with boys and learn the games boys play, not with girls, because he had found me with a girl in the bedroom, touching and all that. So one time he raped me. I told my people at home they neglected it. They told me I was always playful with him, that's why he did it. Then later in the year, they realized I was pregnant, but they couldn't bear it. They took me, they aborted it. And after 2 years, I realized I was HIV and AIDS. And I've learned to live with HIV and AIDS, though it traumatizes sometimes, but I'm taking my medication now. I'm trying to make sure some people who are like me to be strong and live, because you can live. Despite what happens, the harassment we go through.
I'm confused. There seems to be such a huge contrast here between rampant homophobia and the practice of labia pulling, where essentially girls learn to satisfy each other at a young age.
Wave of homophobia, which even includes a bill.
We also talked about this at the kitchen tea party in the Netherlands.
I went to a very expensive school of nuns, but it was the very nuns who taught us or who pulled our labia minora. So all the young girls, we had to take off our pants, and we went and we lied like this. We lied like this, and the nun would come and pull. It felt so nice. So then, also sometimes just when you didn't have anything to do, then you say, come and pull me.
So when you are doing the pulling, it's actually sexually stimulating.
Those are your words. It was stimulating. Whether it was sexual, I don't know. But when there's body contact here, people tend to link it to sexuality. But I think it's human contact, which is fulfilling, which is healthy. But here, everything, it's sexual, it's this, it's that in boxes. Your sexual act, does it define your identity? Because here, that sexual act makes you homosexual.
For us, it's normal.
Yes.
Okay, you can pull me.
Yeah.
Without any connection with,
like
with the
I can
sex.
do your hair.
Yes, exactly, something like that. You can do my hair without us connecting in a sexual way. So even now, up to these days in rural areas, that women can actually talk about, can I see their thing, how it looks like, and it is normal.
Yeah.
I can see your thing. Oh, why you have a small one? Why didn't you pull? You know, without connecting these two things. That okay, when she touches me means that I'm a lesbian or maybe I have feelings for her or anything like that.
But our idea of sharing space is definitely different. Body contact is not such a big issue.
But then there was something we were practicing as girls. You have, we used to call it a fearing friend. And that time you share the same bed.
And what do you do then?
You kiss each other at night. And then you even touch the breast, but I didn't realize what it was.
We had people who were engaged in same-sex sex that we grew up seeing. Like, for instance, we grew up with an uncle. Not ours. Everybody on your street, you know, in Africa is your uncle. He was living with another older guy, and it used to be told to us that, they have this spirit of the monkey. Huh? That's why that spirit only wants men. So we grew up seeing them. Or there were those other aunties, those older women who were living with other women. And it was also described like that. But the minute that we attributed that single sexual act and gave it a name, a lot of agitation started.
Apparently, the division between being homosexual and heterosexual is a Western concept. In the past, one wasn't labeled a homosexual when you had sex with someone of the same gender. It just existed, without someone finding it a problem, because intimate physical contact is indeed normal here. I too am inclined to touch people more, like with Senga Brenda, or Harriet, with whom I soon established a warm relationship. And touching starts early, also through the Sengas. We don't really have Sengas in our country.
Well, for us here we have very many, and most of their work is to give sex education to boys and girls.
A man is like a baby. When you are a wife, you have to think too much what your husband likes most.
How often do you think a woman should
play sex?
Yes.
How often?
Yes.
At least twice.
A week?
No, not twice a week. It depends on how somebody...
Twice a day?
A day, yeah. You have at least to satisfy your man. If not so, sexually. If not, the man will do what? Will get another wife, and nothing you are going to do. A man from Europe, a man of Africa, a man of Asia, of where all of them are equal.
And these techniques, are they just to please the men or also to please the woman?
You both have to please yourselves. In marriage, you will find that there are couples, they are married, they love each other, but for her, she'll tell you, me, I've never reached orgasm, never.
And what advice do you give?
Then that's when we have to talk to the men. I may get a man, I love the man, but when my man is the koja, he's koja. You know what koja means?
No.
Koja is the brother to the mother.
His uncle?
Of the man, yeah, the uncle.
He's supposed to teach the man?
Yeah.
You are what?
A bedroom doctor.
So for a woman to sleep with you, it must be very nice.
Yeah, because I know it. Kama lyonna abantu abeerawo nga bantu bakulu naye nga tebamanyi gye bayita sex kubanga muntu yamanyi nti olegatta n'omuntu sex talina sitayiro tamanyi system kiwe nakukola muntu kubeera yova eno nga gamanga alinya baasi tinya bulinya ekitiro bakitwalako eriyo abeetaaga okumukiisingako wansi nga ye feelings ezikola ki wezijjira abo nabo weebali naye lwakuba nti mulimu endwadde ki nyengi kati tetukikuwa nnyo okugamba nti kikozesa okuggyako nga mukyalawo mwemanyiraganye nga mwemanyi kyensonga lwaki okukola ki osobola kukimukozesa bwomala okuteekateeka omuntu nomuteekateeka mu mbeera nkuba eri abakyala nga bagamba nti nze bukyambeerawo situwanku ku ntikko taliwanku ku ntikko ya mukwano weebiira kati naye ng'alina walina okutuukira olaba kale ono akwatako namani kati amaze kola ki oba kikuwumbula nti akwatako amaze kola ki negajana kakola ki afuna obwagazi kujjako ng'oli omusajja nga gye teyatuuzibwa teyabuulirira oba kukutula kola ki kwekutula naye nokola ki nolwoka omusomesa.
Here, everyone goes regularly to a senga or kuja in order to have as much sexual pleasure as possible. Whereas in the West, people go to a sexuologist when there are problems. I find the concept of sexual education by an uncle or aunt renewing. It might even be a good idea to ask my brother to give my sons sex tips later on, because I myself might feel uncomfortable doing that. So are there any special sexual techniques the guys practice here in Uganda?
It's a process where you play with your main vein and a woman's clit.
And then what happens?
And then she gets an orgasm.
Ah. And is it...
It's like this is your clit. That's how you do it.
And is it a special Ugandan thing, or...?
Yeah, it mainly hails from the Western tribe. That's our tribe.
It's your tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they love it.
Yeah, we do love it.
Yes?
Actually. We get to hear a retailer from the singers. Yeah, we get to learn it like that.
And the boys, how do they know how to do it?
We learn from them.
From
we
the
tell
girls?
them what to do.
Ah, yeah.
And you realize it's the only thing that can make a woman come many times as you want her to come. If you want to see her dead, I believe you just continue with that.
She feels like the explosions in her body.
Yeah, those multiple orgasms, huh?
And you know the beauty about it is the woman guides you. You see how when she actually feels it, and she's like, you're actually hitting the right spot. So you might be thinking that you're hitting the clit and you're hitting something else. So she directs you like, this is the spot. So you keep on doing it rapidly, and it's quite an experience.
Is there a special name for it in your tribe?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Achabali.
What?
Achabali. You was making me say it.
Achabali, yeah?
Is it a rude word?
Yeah, it's not a word you can say out in public.
Yeah.
No?
So just if you could go and ask these girls behind the other counter, could you guys explain to me what kachabali? Just their first reaction. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll embarrass them.
No, don't tell you. Just go ask them.
Tell you.
Just feel free. Just ask them.
No, you're...
No, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Just ask them. What do they think about it?
They tell me to ask you if you know the word kachabali.
Kachabali, it's very hard to explain, but we do know kachabali.
Is it good?
Yes, it is. You should experience it.
It's like a man doesn't enter inside, stays out and doing things like smoothly. When I was doing it, I felt something different in my life.
You'll find that in case you have a problem in marriage, you'll go and tell your singer. Your singer will talk to the man's uncle, and then it will just be just the four of you.
So the husband and the wife have their uncle and aunt helping them on sexual matters. And that makes sex is not only your individual concern, it's a concern of the
family.
Yeah.
Originally, when a girl was going into marriage, the singer was the very first person to go to bed with the man the girl is getting married to.
Oh, the auntie would teach the man?
Yeah. So the auntie will climb the bed first, and the man will have sex with your auntie as you're looking.
Is it still done?
They don't do it now because of the sexually transmitted diseases. You'll find that yes, she's your auntie, you love her so much, but already she has the AIDS virus. So that's why it was stopped. But what is done, the auntie will be there.
Have you ever been there when they have sex for the first time?
Actually, for the first time. Yes, there is one I had to witness.
For us, sex is an individual thing, and it seems here it's like a collective responsibility.
Yeah, it is. And actually, if you don't satisfy, if either of you doesn't satisfy each other, it will be an embarrassment to the family, somehow.
But that's a pressure. The pressure is on.
No, it's just free and automatic. But they give us time to go and talk to your auntie, and your auntie talks to you, to teach you. That's why these lessons are there. Such that you go and bring, what? Happiness, joy.
Now, for the function.
Harriet wants to take me to a traditional Ugandan wedding. First, we try on my new outfit.
But why do I have to wear this? Because it is a must. During traditional such functions, it is a must.
And the idea is this makes you look attractive? And then we go to the hair salon, where the bride-to-be is getting styled. Are you nervous, Claire?
Nervous. Yes, I am.
Yeah? So you are in love?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because you asked her that she's in love.
And that's funny?
Yeah, it is. Very funny because you can't marry someone when you're not in love.
Is he your first boyfriend?
It's the second one. Hello?
Is it better? You don't like my hair like that?
No, but for the dress you're going to wear, for the introduction, it's better you do it up. As in lift it up.
Okay. How many times on average do the women in Uganda go to the hairdresser?
Once in 2 weeks.
Once in 2 weeks? Change the hairstyle?
Yeah. I think I visit the salon every week.
Once a week?
Every Saturday.
I go to the hairdressers once every 6 months.
Once every 6 months?
Yes.
But I get a salon, That's new to me.
So it's very important to look different the whole time.
Yes.
Is that maybe a thing, like, you know how they say men want to have a lot of different women? You try to be a lot of different women in one?
Yes. You know, they will always complain when you're looking the same.
Yeah.
Like when you wear the same clothes.
But when you get married, you cannot look different for your husband all the time because you see him every day.
Well, you can if you want to.
But it's so much effort.
Yeah. Yes.
Family, friends, acquaintances, they all contribute towards this wedding, which costs about $15,000. For most Ugandans, this is an astronomical amount of money. This collective investment ensures a